Ready?
What's this bye week been like for you as you try and recover physically and mentally?
Yeah, it's been really good. Just having that week off. Practicing walkthroughs and just going through stuff like that. Having the week off to get your body right and get everybody's body right. So we've been beat up quite a bit this year right here. So it's pretty good to just go through it, watch film, and just get the recovery that you need to go into this week right here.
What do you see when you look at Syracuse?
Yeah, watching Syracuse, they got a really good defense. They all hustle to the ball. They're really good players, athletic players, and all of that, and they play really hard. So that's the main thing I see on film. Everybody's running to the ball, and one player's running the ball. So it's like just seeing how hard they play, and you got to prepare for that when they come in.
How much does it help to have 2 weeks to prepare for a team versus just 1 week?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. You get to see like the game they played last week versus Duke. We got to see that, and we got to just pick on them and see what can we run. I'm watching the game, what can we run right here, and blah, 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 all of that stuff. So it definitely helps having 2 weeks to prepare for them and just getting the best out of them and see what we can do.
No, it wasn't the result you wanted against TCU, but Jordan, fought to play through his injury. You laid it all out on the line. What can you say about the offense, but also just the team's fight?
Yeah, that's what we pride ourselves on, honestly. Just fighting through, finishing through all 4 quarters and all of that. And I can't say that without finishing through all 4 quarters. So I got back in the game, tried to play my butt off, and my teammates did the same, and we just came up short. It was a really good team that we played, and they just made more plays than we did that week.
With conference play starting and having to bye kind of attached to it, does that represent kind of a chance for you guys to, turn a new leaf, or does that 2 separate seasons more feel like that?
Yeah, it's definitely like a change of scenery, honestly, because we went 2-2 in non-conference play, so it's a chance to flip the script, go undefeated in conference play. So that's how we're looking at it right now, just a flip of a script and into the conference play.
Now that you have 4 games under your belt, going into this 5th game conference play, what is something that you want to make sure that you do going forward that maybe you've done inconsistently or that you haven't done to the highest level that you want?
Yeah, I think that's the main emphasis right there, just being consistent throughout everything. It's plays where I look good and plays where I look bad. So just having way more better plays and bad plays, just being more consistent and, just bringing my team along with me. I think as long as we play our hardest, and we go out there and, just execute base plays, I think nobody will be able to stop us. So I think just flipping that script and going into that would be fun.
When you watch Syracuse give up 500 yards, it seemed like Duke had their way offensively, running the ball, passing the ball. What was your reaction watching that game?
Yeah, I was excited. Got a former coach over there, Coach Brewer, and got Darian Menz, my boy, over there. So just looking at that, watching them play and make plays and all of that, I was excited to see them do that. And it was just, a big, relief to me just coming over and watching that and knowing that we got Syracuse the next week and see what they can do and see what we can exercise and do as well. So that was a really good feeling.
Had a couple games on the road and then a bye week. Finally back at home. It was just announced yesterday. It's a sold-out crowd. So what can you say about Mustang Nation and how they're representing?
Yeah, the past couple years, Mustang Nation has been, very good. Each and every game, I think most of the games have been sold out. So I'm excited. It's family weekend this week. I'm excited to see everybody's faces out there and, get that done for them.
Anything else?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.